samba was a crime, capoeira was a crime, candomblé was a crime. All the Afro culture in Brazil was a crime. It was very powerful. We need people like you saying the things you're saying, but they don't understand what I'm saying at all, but they feel. If you say the word wrong, you talk with the wrong angel, and the blessing don't come. Okay? So you need to speak like Sharamanayas.
Sharamanayas.
Yeah! Your blessing is coming.
E aí, Beleza, vindo. What's up, what's good? And welcome to the Brazilian podcast with me, your host, Stephen, reporting live from Londres. And today we have a very special guest on the podcast. We have singer, songwriter, activist, artivist, as she calls it, and poet, Bia Fereira. What's up, Bia?
Yeah, my friend Stevie.
How you doing?
I'm okay, you?
Yes, all good, all good.
Nice. Yeah. Very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting.
I'm so honored that you're here. I must say, since hearing about you back when I was living in Brazil, I was like, wow, this person is really interesting. And she's done a lot, you know, in the time since then. I think I first discovered you in 2020 during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of conversations. People were showing me clips of you on the internet because I think you kind of just like exploded back then. What was going on back then in 2020, apart from the pandemic, that made you sort of become so famous in Brazil?
Well, it wasn't for the best motivation. When the pandemic came, I had no jobs. I had no nothing to work with, and then everybody doing live sessions and these things on the internet, but I had not a notebook, I had not a microphone, so I didn't have things to make my work.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I did a video and I put on the internet saying, please people, stop to give attention, pay attention in people that are not artists. They are just famous because artists live by their art. And I cannot live by my art because I don't have the things to work, and it's pandemia and I don't know what I will eat tomorrow. So if you like art, please support me because I don't know how I will live doing art without the tools to do it. So I did a movie and I was crying and I was like very scary with the COVID and all these things. Mm-hmm. And then this video
went viral.
Yeah, went viral. And a lot of people watch and, oh my God, and what she does. And then everybody started to search what I was doing. And I think people had more time to stay on the internet and these things. So my work was more viewed.
Yeah.
I think it's because of that. It was because of that. On pandemia, everybody was talking about me because of this video, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. And I mean that was you know a good 3 years ago. Since then, you're here in London, in Londres, and you're on what I'll call a very long European tour. Yeah. How long have you been in Europe?
Yes, sir. I'm here by 5 months since May. Mm-hmm. And this year was my first big tour. I had 46 concerts in 12 countries, and the 47th will be on Sunday. So we will finish in 47 concerts, and I will back to Brazil. Thank you, God.
Oh my gosh! So you haven't been back to Brazil the entire time that you've been touring?
I just leave Brazil and I will back only in October. So it's my first time, like 5 months out of Brazil at all. Like,
Yeah. You missing it?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think today I love Brazil more than when I left. Like I miss the people. I miss to listen people speaking Portuguese. I miss the touch. I think Brazilian people like to talk and touch, and here everybody just talk. And then I was missing the touch. They don't hug. They don't. Oh my God! So I'm missing that, and I'm missing my favorite foods like couscous, like
You can get couscous here.
really? Like
You can get couscous here.
with eggs and fried banana and these things? No, I don't believe.
Go to some Brazilian places. You know some Brazilians
No,
here
I
anyway.
don't know Brazilian places here.
Yeah.
You need to show me these places.
I'll show you some. So you're on your European tour now. You've done a few countries, a few cities.
Yeah.
5 months on the road, not been back to Brazil. Missing Brazil. But how we met, actually, there are some Brazilians that you know here in London, for example.
Yeah.
So you've been doing some work with Mam Sound.
Yeah, I was invited by Maria from the Mama Sound to do a concert here, and will be my first concert in London. So I'm in her house, and I met Rafa, I met a lot of people. I met you.
Yeah, we met.
And it's a nice community that she's building here, with Brazilian people and not Brazilian, but Black people, and how to interact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Integrate,
yeah.
interact,
And
coexist.
I'm very, very happy because it's my first time in London, and I could meet a lot of great people, and I will back to Brazil with a lot of new friends. So I'm learning English better. I think staying here and all this tour made me get some more confidence to speak English, like to make me understandable. So I think I was very shy to speak English because my English is not too good.
Seriously?
And then during this tour, I realized that I can try to speak, and I'm not an English speaker, so I don't need to speak perfectly, but I need to make people understand what I want to say, So I think all this time here made me more confident, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't strike me as someone who is not confident. You strike me as someone incredibly confident. And the first time that we met, I don't know if you remember, but I definitely remember. I teach English sometimes. I teach Rafa, who's one of the producers at Mama Sound, who you guys stay and work with. And I came into the house where you guys stay, and we met, we said hello and that, and you said to me, "Hey, yeah, my name's Bia. I speak English, but I'm very good at listening, and I'm very good, and I have the best teacher. He's my brother. He's a really great guy, and that's why I can speak English. But I speak more than I listen, okay? So just be aware that." And I'm just like, whoa, okay, yeah, she's very confident,
Yeah, I think in the beginning of the tour, I was very scary, and oh my God, how I will communicate my things with all this audience, and oh my God, so I was a little blocked,
Yeah.
And then during the process, I was like, yeah, I can try. And when I met you, and I realized that you were a teacher.
Yeah.
You were teaching Rafa, and then I was, okay, I'm not a good speaker, but I can speak, but I cannot understand if you speak fast. So please speak, look, I'm learning. So yeah, it's very good because I like to talk with people that can teach me too, like correct a wrong word. I think I get better when I try. So if I don't try, I don't learn. So I realized that I need to try. So now I'm just like English speaker guy.
Yeah,
man.
Come on. Need to throw in some more slang, some more gírias,
Yeah, I need to learn some slangs.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you some gírias.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're gonna go back to Brazil, speaking a lot of London gírias. The same as me, I speak so many Brazilian, not gírias, but expressions that just come out.
Today we was talking, you were like, oxi, and I said, oxi.
I was talking to myself as well. I don't know what happened. I got a message. That's what happens. There's some things that you cannot translate. There are some things that will just stay in its proper language.
Mm-hmm.
And the origin of that language doesn't even have to be, it's Brazilian Portuguese or it's from Africa or it's from Sao Paulo. It's colloquial to certain people. One of these words that I'm just like, what does that mean exactly? I always butcher this. Butcher means falei total errado. Is oh my God, I've done it again. Shamanaraya. So close.
Charamanaias.
Charamanaias.
Yeah, that's the word.
What does that mean?
Well, first of all, I will explain something. Each corner in Brazil has a church, okay? And the Pentecostal churches are like bombing.
Yeah, bombando. They're just becoming more and more popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing.
Every day more popular and a new church born. So they really believe that they can speak the language of the angels. And they really believe in that. And they start to invent some words like sham, 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 sham. And they think they are talking with the angels.
Yeah.
And then my father is a priest, pastor.
He's a pastor, yeah.
And my mother too. And when I said, okay, I think I'm a lesbian girl, and what do you think about? So they were very rude, and Jesus doesn't like you. You don't deserve the love of Jesus. Blah, 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 blah. And then I said, I will make my own church. So I'm the priestess.
Yeah, priestess.
Of the Lesbitarian Church. And the Lesbitarian Church is a place that uses love and information as a tool of survivor technology for queer and Afro community around the world. So, Charamanaias is the word that I invented to speak with the queer angels. So if every church has a lot of words, invented words to speak with angels, I will invent a word to speak with the queer angels, And then this word is Charamanaias. And what means Charamanaias? What's good, stay. What's bad, go away.
Yeah.
So that's the meaning of Charamanaias. And the Pentecostal churches, they never translate what they are talking. So they can sham,
forever,
you will never know what they are talking because they are pretending there, like blah, blah, blah. And then I invented a word, and I realized that I need to put a meaning.
A meaning, yeah.
So the meaning of Charamanaias is what's good, stay, and what's bad, go away. And I really believe that if you say Charamanaias with a lot of faith, things can happen because good things stay and bad things goes away. So it's not too bad, Like,
listen, Charamanaias.
Come to my church.
I'm saying it. So that's good. At least it's good that you mentioned about the Lesbitarian Church, the Igreja Lesbitariana Church. That's like, I remember you told me about this before, and I'll be honest, I had no idea. And then I started looking it up just because obviously we were going to have this chat today.
Yeah.
And like, it's got quite a big following.
Yeah.
It's like, it's incredible.
Yeah, because we don't care if people are queer or not, if they are Catholic or evangelic or Muslim, Hare Krishna, Buddhist. I don't care.
Yeah.
Black, white, yellow, I don't care. I want to find people that want to fight against the homophobia, against the racism, people that believe that love and information can bring a new way to keep yourself alive, you know? And people that believes that the politic emancipation, the love emancipation, the rights emancipation of queer and Afro community around the world will contribute to a better world. So if you believe in that, we can fight together. So I think I found a lot of people that are very different, but they have one thing in common. They believe that the political, social, and love emancipation of queer and Afro community around the world will contribute to a better world. So that's why we have a lot of people that agrees with this. And it's not religious. The Lesbitarian Church is not a religious thing, you know? Lesbitarian Church is a political thing. It's like you're saying what's the way you believe the world should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that point of view, I found a lot of people that want to fight with us, you know? So I think when you don't, I don't know how to say, when you don't segregate people, you can find more people to fight with you.
Yeah.
And I think the Christian churches in the world, they segregate people. Like, Jesus loved this, but Jesus doesn't love this.
Yeah.
Oh, you go to hell, you go to heaven, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't do this, you can find more people that have one thing in common.
Yeah.
We can find one thing in common to
I'm
fight,
sure.
you know?
You know.
So I think that's why the Lesbitarian Church is getting more ships.
Yeah. More sheeps.
Yeah,
More sheep.
ovelhas.
Yeah, more sheep. Yeah. With that being said, obviously you grew up in Sergipe in Aracaju. Is that the word? No?
I grew up in Minas Gerais.
Yeah.
But when I was a teenager, I went to Sergipe
Okay.
and Aracaju. And I started to live in there. But my family never went there, you know. I went alone. So I live outside of my parents' house since I was 16.
Oh,
so
wow.
Since I was 16, I live alone by myself, traveling and getting some rides and playing my guitar and passing my hat, and that's it.
Gee, surviving.
Yeah.
Real
By the
sobrevivência.
power of the art.
Yeah. Power of the art.
Yeah.
Like
that's
you said.
why I'm alive here.
Yeah. Just kept it real. You kept doing what you're doing. I just want to touch on talking about religion. I remember we were in Brixton about a few weeks ago anyway, and I think it was a Saturday, and there were a lot of people in the street preaching.
Yeah.
And you turned around and
I
you said
remember.
to me, and this, like, I was pasado. I was shocked. I was just like, what's going on? You said to me, look how many black people are here preaching with so much power, so much emphasis, and not everyone listens, but people listen. Like, imagine if they were saying something empowering about themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they were preaching the word of God or their religion, so it's good. But you said something like that. It made me think, like,
But
wow.
when you look the books that they give and things, always white people there. always white families, you know,
Yeah.
like white Jesus.
Yeah.
It's not about them, but the colonization worked very well, you know. So I don't know how are the things here, but in Brazil, black people are in your majority in the churches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The majority of the people in the
major
churches, the
part,
majority are black.
Yeah, of the churches are black people there.
Okay.
And when you go to Umbanda, that it's a Afro-Brazilian religion, when you go to Candomblé, when you go to Capoeira, when you go to a Samba, you only see white people.
Yeah.
Because when Samba was a crime, Capoeira was a crime, Candomblé was a crime, all the Afro culture in Brazil was a crime. When it was a crime, we were dead because murdered because of that. We were persecuted.
Yeah, persecuted.
Yeah, because of that. And then the black community understood that, okay, we need to turn to Christian people to have something.
Yeah.
And then the white people saw the power of the Afro culture and Afro religion, and they appropriated of it. So now we have a lot of Afro community doing the colonization things, like believing in a white Jesus that will send you to a hell, and you're a sinner, and you need to do a lot of things to save yourself, to go to the heaven, you know?
Yeah.
But the white people are there playing the drums and singing for the orishas and playing capoeira, and they are there believing in our way to keep ourselves alive all this time. Because what makes us alive in this time was our Afro resistance, our Afro religions, our way to connect it as a community, you know? So they stole our technologies, and now they are using, and the black people are like just colonized on the churches and believing in a white Jesus. And so that's it. I think we need to bring people back to themselves. You know, like, remember who you are. You were black, you were an Afro descendant in a community that don't like people like us, that kill people like us. You need to keep yourself alive. How we will do this together, you know?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of things to think when we are walking in the street and seeing these people like, hey, you need to believe in a white Jesus. It's so sad, you know?
Yeah. If a white person was doing it, would it be okay?
No.
So
It's
like,
okay.
who do you believe in?
I think it's okay if white people is doing that because it's what they believe.
Yeah.
I don't agree when there's an imposition of your religion saying that all the other things are bad. When there's an imposition like
impose.
only this is the right way.
Yeah.
You're going to hell. All the religions are send you to the hell. No, man.
Yeah.
If you find a spiritual thing that makes you feel better, I don't care if I are Buddha or Allah or Jesus or, you know.
Yeah.
So the Christianism has a way to say only our religion send you to God, you know? And I don't believe in any religion that thinks that they are the only one chosen by God. And no.
Yeah.
Every human being is special, you know? And we have our own way to connect with spirituality or not, you know? There's a lot of people that even believe in that. So we need to respect these people, and we need to find a way to stay together. Like, I will fight with you because you don't believe in my God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with this kind of colonization that makes people forget from where they came and start to think that they came from another place, that, I don't know, another culture, another way to believe. I don't agree with this kind of colonization when you impose.
Yeah.
So black, white, brown, yellow, I don't believe in people that impose their religion, and that's it. But I think with the black community, Afro community, is more sad to see, because we were colonized and sold, and we were slavers, and it was yesterday, in Brazil.
Yeah, it was really recent.
Yeah, in Brazil.
About 100 years.
100 years.
130 years, something like that.
130 years
Yeah.
ago, they were selling people like us.
Yeah.
So it's so sad to see
Yeah.
people that descend of these people doing the colonizator,
Yeah, colonization or colonizing.
the colonizing work.
Yeah.
against,
Colonizers' work. Yeah.
against their own people,
Yeah.
and that's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Oh my
I
God.
get it. Yeah.
I need to.
Relax. I mean, I get it, and we can talk about this forever because it's one
Yeah,
of those subjects that,
of
like,
course.
I particularly, because I'll just say this, and you can speak on it if you want, but you don't have to. You said quite a bit about that, but I do find it really, really shocking that a lot of the black and brown indigenous people in Brazil have been sort of gone towards Christianity and stuff like that, just because this is one of the few places in the world where you have things like Umbanda and Candomblé that is ripened and very popular, and a lot of people have a lot more access to. So I did find it quite strange that I think it's changing now. Basically, I think it's changing. I think it's maybe going the other way. You mentioned that you know someone who was part of, you said Macumbera, but was part of the Umbanda or Candomblé religion, Yoruba religion, Ifa, and then turned to Christianity or Catholic religions, be it evangelical or whatnot. And now they're coming back. So I do feel like there's been a change.
Yeah, but Brazil, it was a Catholic country. Like, we don't have a religion, is a laic state, but it wasn't. And it was a Catholic country.
Yeah.
The biggest part of the country, it was Catholic people.
Yeah.
And since 90s until now, this change. It was a change. Now, the most part of Brazilian people are evangelicals.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Big change.
And Catholic people in the, 15th, 16th, they were like
15th,
killing
16th
people.
century.
Yeah. They were like killing people, burning people, like witches, and okay. But now the evangelical people do this, so they have a lot of speeches about kill queer community, about give an end in this dictatorship of queer community, and all these things, like with a lot of hate.
Yeah.
In a wrong way, that what Jesus said. Jesus said, "Love your neighbor."
Yeah.
And they kill the neighbor. So it's not So I think there's mixing of things, like they are mixing religion and politics in a wrong way in Brazil.
Yeah.
And so if you have the biggest part of the country in a religion, when one person says like, Jesus said this and I believe in this, voting me, everybody will vote in this guy.
Yeah.
And then Bolsonaro was elected by the Christian population.
Yeah.
You know, and that was it. His name is Jair Messias Bolsonaro.
Oh,
so
he's the Messiah.
He have Messiah in the middle of the name. So they used it a lot. You know, like, he's the chosen.
The chosen one.
Yeah. And all the Christian people was voting him, including my mother, my parents, my uncles, my cousins. Everybody of my family was voting in Bolsonaro because they are Christian, and Bolsonaro was the chosen that will make Brazil free of the communism.
Make Brazil great again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah.
Did your brother vote for him? Your younger brother, your baby bro?
Yeah, I have 5
siblings.
Yeah, I have
siblings.
two brothers and 3 sisters.
Yeah.
And they are not Bolsonaristas.
They're not?
No.
Oh, thank God.
They are amazing.
I
We're like
worried.
the revolutionaries of the family, you know, when we go in the
rebels.
family's parties with our cousins and our uncles. Yeah? We're the only cool guys, you know.
Yeah.
So me and my siblings, we're the nice ones of the family.
Okay. I was gonna say,
I love them.
Yeah, I bet you miss them. You'll see them soon.
Yeah, they're my best friends.
Do your family see you play? Do they come and watch your gigs?
My brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
But my parents never watching a concert of mine. No, because they think if they go there, they will go to hell because it's the Lesbitarian Church.
Oh yeah. Lesbitarian Church. So, what does one have to do to become a member of the Lesbitarian Church?
You need to do a public commitment to fight against the racism and to try to help in this fight. You need to show that you're able to protect Afro person, to protect a queer person when you see injustice. You need to do this public. So every concert I do is a different reunion of the Lesbitarian Church. So I give the opportunity of the people that are there to make this commitment, this public commitment. And every person that are there can be your testimony. I'm listening
they're
and
witnessing.
watching you saying that you will do something. If I see you doing nothing, I can talk with you and say, I saw you saying that you should protect people like me. So if you're not doing that, you're not my friend. So I think the Lesbitarian Church doesn't have a baptize or these things, you know?
Yeah.
But we ask a public commitment to do the things in another way. Because I think racism is not a Afro people problem. As the colonization is not a colonized country's problem. Colonization is a problem for colonizer. And racism is a problem of racist people.
Yeah.
So if white people wanna share the way to don't be racist, if they wanna talk with themselves about the racism, I think we can end with the racism, because we're very busy trying to live, don't be murdered, and to have a nice life. And right now we're talking here, but there's a lot of Afro people dying in the sea trying to arrive here,
Yeah.
and we need to talk about this, because nobody gave a visa for British people go there and colonize a lot of people. Nobody asked a visa. Oh, you're arriving here? Please, your visa. No. But now that they were colonized and stolen and all these things, they need a visa to live here.
Yeah.
Like in Portugal, Brazilian people needs a visa. Angolan people needs a visa to stay there. No, man, I can't believe in that. So I think when we can touch the heart of these people, we can try to make some changes.
Yeah.
So I think there is no baptize, but you need to do something to make me believe in you,
Yeah, how can I trust you? Are you here or are you?
Yeah, you're here or you're just kidding, because we're dying.
Yeah.
But I used to make a joke that is, in the Lesbitarian Church, we don't baptize with the water. We baptize in tongues. And then the water comes automatically.
Okay. Baptized in tongues.
In tongues.
Speaking in tongues, Sharamanaya.
Like Sharaman.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say I haven't seen this.
What you thought?
I
was talking about.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I'm considering maybe I shouldn't be baptized, or maybe I should. Okay.
Sharamanaya for you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You have quarters. Yeah. You have a place where I can sleep. I get baptized. That might be the end of me. Let's lighten things up a bit. Let's just change the subject for a second.
Okay.
Talking about your European tour. Obviously, you have your show at the Rich Mix on Sunday. By the time this goes out, that would have been a success. So congratulations. I enjoyed it. I thought it was amazing.
I received this prophecy.
It was amazing. Oh my gosh. If you missed it, I'm sorry, but you missed out. Next
this
time.
is Afrofuturism.
Yeah,
okay?
Afrofuturism. Exactly. The prophecy is there.
Yeah.
All right, changing the subject quickly. I'm just going to move on to something a little bit more suavezinho, a bit more light.
More suavezinho.
More suavezinho. You're here on tour in Europe.
Okay.
Your last show is here in London at the Rich Mix, October the 1st. For our listeners, the Communidade, já era. The show's happened. I was there. It was amazing. I loved it. A bit of, what do you call it, Afrofuturism?
Yeah,
prophecy
because
there.
this is a prophecy.
Yeah.
So I really received this blessing and this prophecy. And I think the concert, it was amazing. And this is Afrofuturism, because we are imagining the future in the present and making some prophecies to things happen. So it was amazing. And if you lost, I'm so sorry.
You missed it. You missed out.
Yeah,
Quack,
you
quack,
missed.
quack.
Not
Missed,
if you lost.
yeah, missed.
Yeah, lost is like.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lost is like.
I'm learning English, guys. I'm learning.
No, your English is amazing. So, saying that, what are the crowds like? How do you compare the crowds in Europe, in London, versus back home in Brazil?
Okay, I think in Brazil, as in the same in Portugal, they understand all the things I'm saying, so they are like shocked, like
Passado.
Yeah, passados. They stay like, oh my God, she's really saying that. Yeah, like. But there's a lot of people that feel like powerful, like, yeah, she's saying, wow. And here in Europe, Portugal, no, but all the another countries, they don't understand all the things I'm singing. They understand what I'm saying before the songs, explaining what I'm singing. So when I explain, they can imagine what I'm singing about, but they are not understanding. But they feel more the power of what I'm singing, because they can imagine without understanding. But when they imagine, they feel the power.
Yeah.
And I think when people are listening in my own language, they are like shocked because they understand everything, and they cannot just feel.
Yeah.
They feel,
shocked
but
by
they
the
were
words.
thinking a lot of things because
Yeah.
I understand what she's saying, you know. So I think here people feel more because they don't understand every word.
Yeah.
So they are more emotional. Every concert there's people crying, people hugging like, oh my God, thank you. I don't know. Da, da, da. So it's very, very nice. And here in Europe, I don't have a Brazilian audience because people from Brazil that lives here, they have a minimal condition to have a passport, to have tickets to fly. So they are in another way of the society, and this part of the society in Brazil don't agree with the things that I sing. You know? So I have a European public, a European audience. So that's the difference, I think. When I'm in Brazil, people understand better.
Yeah.
And they don't have the courage to say that, yeah, believe in that, yeah, let's fight. Because in Brazil are people dying because of that, you know.
Yeah.
And here, when they listen to my songs, they just feeling, oh, it was very powerful. We need people like you saying the things you're saying, but they don't understand what I'm saying at all, but they feel. So I think they are more, there's more passion and here,
Yeah.
because they feel. In Brazil, there's more angry and shame because they understand.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, we are back with Bia Fereira on the Brazilian podcast, and we are talking, and we were talking about difference in the audience, in the Brazilian audience and the European audience. And one of the things that you mentioned was that the Brazilian audience understand it more, and the European audience, they feel it more because they don't understand the letters, the lyrics, which makes sense. One of your songs in particular, you mentioned about Brazilians maybe having vergonha, maybe being a bit ashamed to face the realities and some of the lyrics from your music. And one of the songs in particular, which I think has a massive impact if you look at the lyrics and what you're talking about, is A Conta Vai Chegar.
Yeah, the bill's coming.
The bill is coming, you know, or the bill is coming, colonizer. And we've got a video that I saw on your Instagram, which I think is incredible because you managed to get, if I can get up here, you managed to get the whole crowd.
Yeah, and this
singing
is
along.
in Portugal, you know, so are the grandsons of the colonizers, you know.
Crazy.
And they are singing like the bill's coming. Yeah, you can click here.
Yeah,
if you
let's
want.
listen to it.
And look the face of the Afro people there, you know, they are smiling, you know.
They understand the lyrics?
Yeah. And they are singing in Portugal, you know, like
in the literal colonized country.
Yeah.
is where
they
you're singing
were
that.
the first country to sell a human being like a commercial thing. You know, Portugal, it was the first country to sell people like this is a product.
Yeah.
So we have a ship with a lot of people, and you can buy these people.
Oh wow.
Portugal, it was the first country to do that, like a commercial thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, wow.
not by war. Like we won the war, so you need to work. No. It was like, I will go to your country, I will take you, put you in a ship, and I will sell you.
Yeah.
Okay? Like it was the first time it happens, and it was in Portugal. So it's very important to sing about that there and know that people are understanding, because they forced us to know how to speak in their languages. So they will listen in their language that the bill's coming, and they will sing and they will feel, and they need to do something, because in Brazil we have a lot of things that are colonization's fault since today.
Yeah.
So doing that for me is I'm very proud to, because I can travel and I can sing and I can live by art. I can pay all my bills with art, and I can send a message to the world that we're not silent, that we will talk while we have voice, you know, and we're just alive today because a lot of people, of our people, was talking and making revolution. So there's a writer, an intellectual woman in Brazil. Her name is Conceição Evaristo, and she has a phrase that I love a lot, and is falar estilhaça a máscara do silêncio. It's like when you talk, you break the silent masks. So I really believe in that.
Nice. Jeez. Goosebumps. Yeah. Okay. So, looking ahead in the future, obviously you're going back to Brazil. By the time this is out, you'll probably be back in Brazil. But when do you plan on joining us on this side of the world again? Or what's in the future for you anyway? What are you looking forward to?
Man, I will make a prophecy here, okay? I don't know
Exclusive.
if this will happen. But before yesterday, I really wanna record an album with Steam Down guys, and I'm making this prophecy here. And if it happens next year, I will be here with them. Okay, I'm in love with these guys.
Steam Down, yeah?
Steam Down,
the band.
yeah. They do music with the soul, you know, with the heart. And they are Caribbean guys and England guys and a mix of Nigerian guys. They are a lot of Afro-diasporic people, you know, doing art with the soul. And yesterday we did a concert, like, wow, it was very nice. I sang, I think, 2 songs, but it was very powerful. And I asked to the universe to have the opportunity to have a collaboration with them, like an entire album should be amazing. But I will back.
You'll come back?
I will come back next year. We have some concerts booked yet, but we're booking until the end of the year. We're working on it. And next year I have a new concert. It's the concert of the Faminta album. So I'm like rapping and I don't play, I just sing. It's another concert. And I'm very excited to show this here. In Brazil, I have these concerts yet. And when I'm back next month, I have a lot of concerts to do in Brazil. And these are good news, because
Yeah, it's great.
before this tour, I had not concerts in Brazil because of the things that I sang. So now I'm going back to Brazil, and people are respecting more what I'm doing because I was here, and people from here are respecting my work.
Yeah, your
So
message, your
now
work.
I'm going back to Brazil, and they started to, oh, maybe we need to listen what she's saying. Oh, well. So I'm very proud because I will back to Brazil, and I have concerts until December.
Mm-hmm.
I have, I think, 10 concerts to do. And it's more than I did all the year last
year, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very, very happy. And I think for the future, I want children, and I want to do a biggest tour passing for Asia and Africa. I never went in Africa, any country. So I'd like a lot to make a tour passing for Africa and Asia and South America too. So only prophecies, but I hope it happens.
Yeah, I hope it happens for you. It will happen. Shamanaraya.
Sharamanaya.
Sharamanaya.
Yeah, if you
All
say
right.
the word wrong, you talk with the wrong angel, and the blessing don't come. Okay? So you need to speak like Sharamanayas.
Sharamanaya.
Yeah, your blessing
my
is coming.
A blessing vai chegar.
Yeah, a blessing vai chegar.
chegar.
That's it.
Ai, obrigado. All right,
Obrigada.
cool. All right, well, yeah, it's a good time for us to wrap the show then. So just want to say a massive hand on heart, sincere thank you. It has been an honor to sit down with you
Thank you.
today. It's always interesting speaking to you. You always have a lot of very insightful things to say. Your artivismo, your activism with art is something that should be admired from everyone. So I'm glad that you're having such success here in Europe. And of course, it will flourish more in Brazil and all over the world. In Africa, daqui a pouco também.
Yeah, we hope
So
so.
just want to say a massive thank you to Bia Fereira for joining us, Communidade. If you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. So Bia, just in case some of our Communidade don't know how to find you, which I think is impossible, how can they find you on the socials? What do they need to do?
Okay, on Instagram, you can put Bia Fereira all together, and will appear Igreja Lesbiteriana. That's me, Lesbitarian Church. Yeah, it's me. I'm with pink hair and pink clothes and very beautiful with maquillage, but it's me, okay? So, Igreja Lesbiteriana, Lesbitarian Church, or Bia Fereira. Whenever you search, you will find me, okay?
All right. Yes, and also if you want to follow us, or you should follow us if you're not following us already on Instagram, we are at the Brazilian Podcast, I believe. We'll leave the link somewhere as well that you can find it. So yeah, make sure you follow Bia and join the Lesbitarian Church, and follow us also on Instagram too. So just want to say até logo and
Charamanayas. Adios.
Peace. All right.